Hello everyone, this is Official15. Welcome to Let's Discuss The Walking Dead. This is for Season 2, Episode 8. And the first thing that I want to talk about tonight, or today, depending on when you watch this, is I really don't understand why some people don't like the first half of the season with the lack of body count with the zombies. I do understand that it's not quite as action oriented, but if you have ever written anything on your own, you kind of know that you gotta spend a little bit of time building up some of the characters to define who they are and what they're going to be doing for, basically the rest of the series. And of course, there are going to be times when people actually just change on a dime, but um, I figured the time that they were looking for Sophia and basically because they were on the farm where it's a relative safe spot, um, it was a pretty good idea to do it here than do it in say when they were like in one of the buildings near Atlanta or whatever. So, but as for the actual episode, I thought that it was a really good idea for them to kind of start off directly after they actually went in and shut up all the zombies in the barn. That was a good place to actually start off. They could have started off like a little later, like 20 minutes later afterwards, and it just really would not have had the same effect, I don't think. And I kind of wonder if the zombies are getting a little more intelligent, considering that girl kind of went over to her mom to kind of mourn and stuff, and her zombie mom was basically just out of it for like a few seconds, and then as soon as she kind of knelt down before her, then she tried to eat her. But so I'm kind of wondering if they're gaining a little bit of intelligence, or if maybe there's a way to kind of knock out a zombie, kind of like the way it was with episode 1 with season 1, where there was kind of that half-eaten zombie girl by the bicycle right in front of the hospital. And I'm kind of wondering, because they were discussing last night on the Talking Dead about how that girl did not have any bite marks or scratches or anything like that. In a way, I'm kind of wondering if maybe it might be direct skin to skin contact. Like there might be some kind of fluids that came off like your zombie mom, like if maybe she had a cut or whatever, like on her finger or whatever, too small to see. And when she touched her blood, maybe that's how she got it, or maybe there was a little bit of blood, like on her hands, and being, like, I don't know, I'm guessing like 15 or whatever, she probably didn't really think about it, and decided to just place her hands before washing them when she was doing the dishes, and maybe she got a little nick from like one of the knives or forks or whatever, and I kind of think that that would be a bad idea for her to do, because the fluids would probably get on the plates, and that might be one of the reasons why in one of the commercials you could see a whole bunch of zombies around the actual house there. I'm wondering if basically everybody inside the house got infected by just eating off the plates, which would really suck. Um, I am kind of wondering if maybe Andrea actually got infected because when the arm fell out of the back of the pickup, she went over and just picked it up um, without any gloves or anything on. And up to that point, wherever they've been zombie picking up an actual fluids and stuff around, the characters have always worn gloves, and I'm kind of thinking that maybe she did get infected because she just picked it up off the ground. So, um, but then again, the writers could have just put it in there to kind of be a false positive to try and make people like me kind of overthink that area. But then again, Shane and T Dog picked up those dead zombies and threw them on the funeral pyre. So I don't know if they were wearing gloves at that time. So, um, but I did kind of find it a little interesting that the actual biggest threat that they faced here in this episode was that there were two actual humans that showed up. Granted, they were kind of douchebags, but um, it does kind of show that there are a couple of people that actually survived this. I know that they kind of ran into some people in the last actual season where there was this retirement home or whatever where there was a whole bunch of former gangbangers, and I think the head of them was like the custodian of like a retirement home or whatever. But and yeah, I think that Rick was totally justified in actually shooting those guys because they were kind of reaching for their weapons. I'm really glad that they decided to go with the actual shooting that way instead of like doing like a special edition thing where the people would actually shoot first, then Rick would shoot them. I think that'd be completely stupid, considering they were at point blank range and one of them had a shotgun. Um, they would have probably hit him, or at the very least, he could have kind of dodged it, and they would have shot each other. But um, that might have been funnier. But um, I don't think that it would have really worked out that way. So, and I do kind of wonder where Herschel got his gun from, because if you watch The Talking Dead last night, shows a little preview of the next actual episode, and they're holed up in that bar when the people's friends come looking for them, and he has a gun. I'm kind of wondering if maybe it's actually his, or did Rick give him one of the guns that he had, or did he actually just pick one of the dead guy's guns up, or what? But at least we kind of know what happened to the northeast of the United States. Probably the eastern half of Canada too. So, I think that it was a really good idea for those guys to be heading towards Nebraska, um, because really, as he said, you want to go to a place with a lot of guns and a little population. So, um, that's why I think that it'd probably be a bad idea to be heading south at all towards the equator at all. But you got to think about entire areas where there's like really high population density, like around Mexico City, the eastern part of Asia and stuff like that. You got to think that that'd be a really bad place to be during a zombie apocalypse, because you know, if it just takes one bite to actually get infected, oh my god, think how fast that thing would spread. But anyways, I think before I sign off, I do have to say that I think that one of the cliffhangers, or maybe kind of towards the end of the actual season, one more of the main characters might die. I don't know if it's going to be Andrea, or if it's going to be Lori from the car accident, or who knows? It might be Dale. I know a lot of people kind of think that he deserves it. So if anything, he'd probably be my vote for somebody that actually dies and stuff. But I do kind of get to say in his defense, he is one of those needed characters. You may not particularly like him or whatever, but he is right now kind of one of the grounds of the rest of humanity. So, if you have not picked up season 1 of The Walking Dead, it is at Best Buy this week for $25 for the Blu-ray. So, I went over and picked one up last night. Haven't been able to watch it yet, but I at least have it in my collection now. So, if you haven't picked it up and you have $25, you have something to spend it on. So, anyways, I will see you later for episode 9. So, take care.